Let's see, is Ebola Village on YouTube Gaming? It is. It actually is. Wow. Damn, this game must be big. Real game. Okay. The
Итак, мы возвращаемся в студию с экстренным выпуском новостей. Вопиющая трагедия в США, штате Калифорния. Вследствие аварии произошла утечка нового опасного штамма вируса Ebola. По словам одного из высших сотрудников, к этому причастна Всемирная фармацевтическая корпорация «Панику». В целях безопасности мы не можем разглашать личные данные. Вирус распространяется с огромной скоростью и уже обнаружен в других странах. Болезнь проявляет себя высокой температурой, тошнотой, кровотечением, кожным воспалением и затрудненным дыханием. Инцидент вспышки вируса был зафиксирован в международном аэропорту Жуковский. Врачи настаивают на повышенных мерах предосторожности. Если вы обнаружили странные симптомы у себя или у своих близких, сообщайте об этом по единому номеру экстренной помощи 001. Обязательно оставляйте свои данные. Просим вас сохранять спокойствие. Рекомендуем запастись всем необходимым и оставаться дома. Будем следить за развитием ситуации и своевременно вас информировать. С вами была ведущая новостей канала ТРТ Татьяна Васильева. Благодарим за внимание. До свидания.
Что за пиздец? Сегодня вроде не 1 апреля. Последние 3 года творится полное дерьмо. Иногда мне кажется, что я сплю. Нужно позвонить маме.
What a fuck. The graphics kind of good. They're not bad. Who's that? My husband Ruslan, I hate him. Look down? Hmm. We have a storage box. How tired of these constant scandals lately. Ruslan and I are like a cat with a dog. My patience is running out. Today we had a big fight. Apparently Ruslan does not intend to put up. Ruslan decided to file for divorce. Here's the bastard. I decided to leave everything to Ruslan. I don't want to sue for property. Severely depressed, this old grandmother's apartment needs renovation. My wedding ring. Hey, the game's running at a good FPS. I mean, I am on a 5090, but, you know, we're at 144, so that's good.
Да, мне не помешало бы сделать здесь генеральную уборку.
Notebook. Too dark there, I won't go there. Doggy. Alright, chat, hold on. I gotta be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Okay, I'm back. Why dist canceled DS2 run? I'm just not really feeling the permadeath in DS2, so we will do the DS2 run, but I'm just gonna do it as like a challenge run. It's just too difficult to do a permadeath. Save the game, you need to find a phone with a flashing red light. Open the map, usually the save room is displayed on the map as a special icon. Game also has an autosave. First autosave and the phone for saving are already in the village itself. Oh, hey, look at that, we got a map. Cool. The fuck is that? Yeah, we just started the game. I don't know what the FOV is. Oh, it's 72. You can actually change it though.
Алло. Алло. Блин, мама, бери же трубку.
We should probably put on some clothes.
Придется самой ехать в село Поповка. Мне нужно одеться и найти ключи от машины.
Too much clothing. Oh, chat. You fucking gooners. This is the guy with 500 downloads on Nexus mods. What the? Jeez, bro.
An awesome choice, stranger.
Yeah, there's like a circuit breaker. Oh, I can actually go back. I mean, not that... Oh my god, the fucking door transitions are kind of slow. I wonder if you can, like, skip them. Well... Doesn't seem like it. Commission it. Okay. Oh, look, it's a green herb. Oh, no, sorry, a nettle. Restores health. Can I crouch? No. Oh my god, bolt. Wow, the bolt cutters. Need to find driver's license. Dear citizens, the house has been declared unsafe. Promyshlenaya is recognized as an emergency building subject to demolition and poses a serious danger to human life and health. Staying on this object can lead to injury and death. Strictly forbidden to be near a dilapidated building. Yep. Black snake ammo. Cool. Am I gonna find a driver's? Oh, Jesus Christ. Am I gonna find a driver's license here? Fuse. The Chup fuse. Cause of death. The man died as a result of acute heart failure caused by long-term unfavorable state of the cardiovascular system. His condition was aggravated by psycho-emotional stress, chronic heart rhythm disturbances, and weakening of the heart muscle. Socio-psychological context. The deceased was noted to be involved in occult practices and esoteric teachings. He was under the supervision of specialists at the psychiatric dispensary in the city of Zhukovsky, where he was diagnosed with a paranoid disorder. During the inspection of the scene of the incident, the presence of cadaveric gas was discovered in the deceased apartment. Toxicity of this tissue decomposition product poses a threat to the health of those around, causing hallucinations, headaches, nausea, and poisoning. Conduct a disinfection and sanitization of the premises. Okay. Jeez. Restrict access to the living space to prevent negative impact on neighbors. Psychological support to relatives. What the fuck is that? Is that in the Slavic tradition, amulet dolls play a special role protecting the home and family from evil forces. Slavic doll is not just a toy, but a keeper of ancient knowledge and a guardian from evil spirits. Collect 15 Slavic amulet dolls and let the power of your ancestors protect you and your loved ones. Oh, I guess that's what I just picked up then? Man, I wish I could crouch. Wait, let me see. There's no crouch, right? Shooting... Reloading, interact, shooting mode. Yeah, it's the meme character. I just want to look at him closer. Maybe he'll show up again later somewhere. What am I like interacting with here? Well, we got a fuse. If I watched the official short movie for this game? No? I don't think so. How's the game? Honestly, it's okay so far. I actually can't really complain. I think it's alright. Yeah, it's like a little scuffed Resident Evil. My driver's license. Look at me. Artemova. Oh wait, Marina Alexievna. I got it over 5 years ago. It's the RE9 beta. Mm-hmm.
You print money. I like money.
Oh wait, we should probably. You have to. Well, it says that the game auto saves, but at the same time, I don't want to. Will I go back to the killing antidote? Probably once there's like a new, like enough new content. I think there was like an update for the killing antidote recently, but I don't think there's been like there's that much new stuff. Wait, I can make a save at what was it? A phone? I don't know where the phone was though. I thought it was in here somewhere. Oh wait, it's right here, wasn't it? Hmm? I don't know, whatever. Let's just go down. It's probably fine. Probably fine.
Отлично. Бензин на нуле. Вообще вовремя.
It's like in the movie. What movie? The door jammed. What's up, takers?
Нужно осмотреть милицейскую машину. Скорее всего, у участкового было оружие.
Oh, backpack. On October 10th, on the outskirts of Popovka near the road, the body of a woman was found. 34-year-old Ignatova Marusia Alexeyevna. Jesus Christ, these names, man. Death occurred from multiple stab wounds, which confirms the version of violent death. Suspect Alexei Vladimirovich. What? 2 previous convictions for using unconventional methods of treating hemorrhoids? What? According to eyewitnesses, Alyosha had been acting strangely lately. He began walking around the village with a chainsaw, treating people for hemorrhoids with cucumbers, saying that cucumbers give the power of the earth. According to papers, in the last days before the discovery of the body, the man had been acting extremely nervous, avoiding communication, tearing his underwear, cutting off his ear, and swallowing it, and was delirious with a fever. Ah, yes. A box of imported contraceptives suggests conflicts in the intimate sphere or suspicion of infidelity on the part of the victim. A male comb found near the body indicates close contact between the suspect and the crime scene. Okay. It's a Russian meme. Okay. What? Putting cucumbers up your ass? Sounds like a great meme. The Colt. Oh, the combat manual from experienced police officer Oleana Valentine. Okay. No, it's not Jill, of course not. Combine the same ammo into one slot. Oh, okay. So there's quick slots. Check the condition of your weapons and ammo. Alternative ways of interacting with weapons, such as changing the fire mode. Blue mint with its unique healing properties is one of the most effective natural remedies. Wait, so what? Blue mint also heals 40% since they're the same. Can I combine them? Purple basil has a unique ability to accelerate recovery process. 60% of health. Mix green nettle and blue mint, you get a unique infusion that restores 100% health. Oh my god. Strange tentacles. 231,000 rubles. 59 kopecks. Oh my. What the fuck? The scissor fister. Die.
Ай! Эта тварь порвала мою одежду. Я повредила ногу об стекло. Нужно срочно перевязать рану. В этом доме наверняка есть бинт.
Carpet. We're just gonna take the whole. Oh, okay. I was like, really just gonna pick up this whole carpet? Handmade knife. Knife hunter. Every time I knife, it's making my controller vibrate. Okay. How's the knife? Dude, it's like eyeballs popping out. It's actually kind of... oh my god. Jesus. Many years have passed. I was born and raised in the village of Popovka. All my 25 years I've been here. My parents died early, so it was difficult, but I did it. Good internet is key. My job allows me to work anywhere. Alright, yeah, whatever, dude.
Да, конечно, одежда немного не по размеру и какая-то детская. Но главное, что я обработала и перевязала свою рану.
We need like a shower, dude. We're kind of dirty. What even is this item? Oh, it's my driver's license? Do I even need my... Do I even need my gun? Or... my driver's license either? I don't think... I don't know. How is this game connected to Resident Evil? It isn't. Oh man, I really want to get some dinner soon. Oh, do you think I can move this? No. It's rusty. Alright, well. I feel like I'm missing something here. Well, we already went through... We already went through the door.
Она здесь, ко мне. Обходите ее сзади.
Alright, I'm surprised that this game, for as jank it is as it is, actually has like kind of like dismemberment. It's not really dismemberment, but more so, well, I don't know what I would describe it as. Blood? Well, yeah, but like you can actually take off like chunks of their skin and stuff. Damage stages, yeah. I don't know, it's just... it's just surprising that he actually added something like that. A UE stock feature? Maybe. See me on the news in a serial killer section? Bro, what the fuck? It's a game, alright, man? Basil purple. Wait, how do I combine? Movement? Yeah, I mean I press C. Can I not combine this? I thought I could. When I press C, it makes it blue. Is it maybe it's only the blue one that combines with the green? Or the... Yeah. Because I guess combining these would be just 100% either way. But it would save space. Purple actually red. Yeah. Kill the chicken. Get over here. I think I need a green key. Okay. You guys are throwing their weapons, dude. They're crazy. Still have plenty of ammo. You can actually run pretty fast in this. Aha. Maybe I can shoot the chicken. Part of a record? My inventory is already full. Can you loot the chicken? I don't think so. Yeah, I could use another backpack right about now. I don't know where the dancing lady is. Also, I wonder...
транспорт, оставшийся в деревне, и это чертов трактор.
We seriously gonna drive the tractor? Also, I like how we needed the driver's license when we're in the middle of like a fucking apocalypse or some shit. Like, why did we even need the driver's license? Milkman's Farm. The reviews for this game are definitely Chat GPT. You think so?
Ты же не тронешь меня, правда?
Nice shovel. Okay, can I take it? Or... Oh wait, is that because my inventory's full? Shit. You combine the herbs. Well, the thing is, this thing already heals 100% HP, so it wouldn't really help us to combine. I mean, I guess we can just go all the way back to the safe room. There might have been a safe room up ahead, though. There probably was. Yeah, I know. It would be nice if you could speed up the door transitions a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of door transitions. I guess that's why the game runs pretty well. What do you think about Silent Hill 1 or 3 remake? I mean, I think Silent Hill 1 remake would be the most interesting because of just the... Wait, oh. I actually can't pick it up, I guess? Yeah, I don't really feel like Silent Hill 3 needs... Okay, that's really weird. I guess I can't actually pick this stuff up. DS2 remake. Honestly, I'm kind of getting tired of remakes, though. Like, new IPs are the most exciting. By far, in my opinion. I mean, I did enjoy, you know, RE4 Remake and Silent Hill 2 Remake. But I still would have rather had, like, RE9. I will say, though, I'm pretty excited for a potentially, like, an RE5 remake. Just because RE5... I don't know, RE5 is fun, but it has a lot of issues, and I do think a remake could make it like a really solid game. Completely broken down. This morning, a call from Rasputin's estate was a real joy. The main water main there had broken, which means I'll be taking on some excellent hack work. When I was rushing to the scene of the accident, I grabbed all the tools in a row. Mechanically, I also took the book on repairing agricultural machinery, which was lying on top. As soon as I finish work at Rasputin's mansion, I will definitely return to our tractor. Okay. You see Leshka give him a churva nets? A what? Man, I'm really hungry, guys. I need to get some food soon. I'm not sure what I want to get. Maybe some Indian food. I couldn't go in here, right? No. I went to the cemetery to dig new graves. I took the keys to the house with me. If you finish your work on the farm before me, go straight to the cemetery. Dude, we have so much pistol ammo. We have 60 pistol ammo. Oh yeah, we went over here at the start, but we missed the doorway. Where's the cemetery? Oh wait, Red Mold Street, what the? I didn't see that. Aha.
Эй, мужик, что здесь произошло?
Дай похмелиться. У тебя есть 100 рублей? Или что-то мне на похмелиться? Принеси мне похмелиться. Тогда и поговорим.
Старый пердун. Какого, блядь, хрена здесь произошло? Почему все мертвы?
Сейчас встану и уебу тебе в голову.
Придется найти этому идиоту бутылку водки.
To find him vodka? What the? What if I just shoot him?
Все ходят здесь туда-сюда.
Yo, what's up, Hazeblade? Yeah, the hospital was locked. At least there's a map in this. Oh my god. Where the heck am I? I can't go like anywhere. Oh wait, maybe I can go in the bank. Son of a bitch. Can I go behind the bank? The bike broke. Place has a bank, apparently. Empty. I don't know where to go. I don't have anything. I haven't found like any keys. Another empty tank. We need to find the graveyard. Maybe we missed something on the farm. What the? Jesus.
Теперь ты свободен, дедушка.
Oh wait, was that the drunk guy? Oh. Rest in peace, Grandpa. There was a green door somewhere around here. Blue? Was it back here? Was it the chicken house that was green? It was. Aha. That was a long loading screen. Oh shit. Oh, you can... okay. Oopsies. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is like the PT bathroom. Not that this is like some super unique bathroom layout, but it does... Okay, yeah, this... This fucking dev, dude. Holy shit. Wait, what the? Still have a ton of ammo. Can I kill this guy? How many times have I tried to explain to your grandfather how unreasonable it is to live in a damp basement when we have a whole floor of empty, spacious rooms in the house itself? Doesn't seem to hear my words, preferring the comfort of his basement refuge where the walls are covered with drawings and diagrams. He was immersed in his experiments, trying to build a perpetual motion machine that would not only provide us with electricity, but also change our understanding of science. Genius is the word that comes to mind when observing his tenacity and passion for science. Alright, Grandpa's a mad scientist. Key to the second wing of the house. Ooh. +1 slot. Cool. What about the basement? Oh shit! Oh wait, this is actually not good. They fucking pinned me, dude! Oh, we got an autosave in the basement? That's good. This is such a fucked up situation. What the hell? Get the fuck off of me! Dude, this is... I need the shotgun, man. Wait, what? Did the game feel bad for me? What happened this time? Yes, they're DA. 1358. Oh wait, but we need to so it's 1853. I will complete the project that has been the meaning of my life for 40 years. I'm 70, but this has not stopped me from achieving my goal to create the perpetual motion machine. This breakthrough in science was achieved through study of ancient civilizations. Okay. Intersects with the work of Nikola Tesla. Alright, yeah. This guy's crazy. We got a code for something. Hey, Daima. What's up, buddy? You're so fast in this game. Oh shit, we're just lounging, dude. We're not even worried. We're texting Ivan, talking to him on Discord.
Что за пиздец?
Oh yeah, we'll help you, Ivan, sure. Echo Bereg and New Freedom.
Да.
Oh. Rip Ivan. Dude, we have so much ammo. How bad did they think my aim would be?
Мам, это я.
Слава богу, доча. Ты жива.
Что случилось, мам?
Меня укусил наш сосед, Колька. Я вырвалась от него
Oh, rip mom.
и стала звонить в скорую. Никто не брал трубку. Мне сейчас очень плохо. Я вся как будто горю.
У тебя есть жиропонижающие лекарства?
Нет, ты же знаешь. Я не очень доверяю фармацевтике.
Хорошо, я поищу лекарства и скоро вернусь. У меня есть ключ, поэтому никому ни в коем случае не открывай.
Ты случайно не видела своего деда? Пропал куда-то.
Нет, не видела. Возможно, он пошел к соседям в гости. Не волнуйся.
Mom is not doing good. Jesus. Jesus. What is it that I'm picking up? Oh, is that shot? We still haven't found the shotgun. Did I fucking miss it? Because we keep finding shotgun ammo, but I don't have no shotgun. Well, what the hell am I supposed to use WD-40 on? Oh yeah, some of the doors are like rusty, aren't they? They can't open. Is there anything back at the swamp? The swamp, right? Wait, have I been here? This is kind of scary, actually. I don't want to go this way yet. Listen, this game's actually not. I mean, it's kind of scuffed, but I'm still having fun with it. I'm not gonna lie. So, it's all right. It's like DS2, yeah. We'll probably find a shotgun soon, surely. Any cool mods for her? No, I don't think there's mods for the character in this game. In the Killing Antidote, though, there were actually, like, mods that people made for the character. Funny enough. No. Maybe it is. I can't remember where the rusty door was. Maybe it was back this way.
Конечно, я могла бы разбить стекло и попасть в дом без ключа, но лучше не шуметь. Черт его знает, что меня ждет внутри. Буду залезать в окно, и они укусят меня за руку.
Need a key for this one. Is this door rusty? No, jammed. I know for a fact there was. Wait, what is. Was this rusty? No, this is the. Maybe it was back all the way back at the start. I think you can actually run out of stamina in this. I guess we're just gonna check every location because I can't remember. Was there even a door here? No. We might have to go back towards the start, potentially. Maybe we actually did need to go to this towards the swamp. Wait, no, these were the two. Man, where the heck was it? I remember it said there's like a key in the door, but it's rusty. Was that at the start? Maybe it was. Or maybe no, wait, maybe it was in the gravedigger's house. Or no, I wasn't able to go in here. Was I able to go into... I don't know, I'm losing it, dude. Yeah, I was inside, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was in the abandoned house. In the house with the chest you just stored your stuff in? Really? I guess it doesn't show. I guess it doesn't show on the map. All right, let me see. I don't really mind. Oh yes, here it is. Right. I am dumb. Hop hey lalale, as my guru used to say. My teacher sensei, beer without vodka, money for... Alright, yeah, he's just drunk. Green elephant. What the? Don't you dare grab me. What the? Oh, God. I can't aim. This up yet? Vodka. Oh, we can take that to the drunk guy. Let's see, is there anything else? Full canister of fuel. Oh. What was it? 1853? Nice. What is that? Key 52. Let's check in this room first, actually. Maybe there's a box. Or a backpack. Bolt cutters. I guess there's a box inside this house anyways, so... I'm just gonna run over there. What the? What a crit. Is the game good? Honestly, I'm having fun with it. It's all right. I mean, it's clearly just a Resident Evil ripoff, and but it's, I don't know. It's all right so far. I don't know what this note is for. Them and us? I don't know. I feel like I've heard of that. Oh man, I can't wait for RE9 though. RE9 is gonna be so sick, dude. I love a new Resident Evil release. And as excited as I am for Night Rain, like, I can't wait to see what FromSoft is working on in terms of their next, you know, their next Elden Ring. Yeah, I also hope the game is an open world. I mean, I think Elden Ring is like such a good game, and the first playthrough is such like a journey. It really is. It feels like such a grand adventure, but when you start replaying the game, it does get the open world kind of. For people that play the game like a ton, I feel like the open world can be a bit of a drag. Like it's such a long, it takes so long. If you do a full, let's say you do an all bosses speed run and you know, all 165 bosses or 207 with the DLC, you probably spend like 5 hours just riding around on torrent. Or like 3 or 4 hours just on torrent. Where's the vodka that I need? Thought it was... I mean, I like torrent. It's just, it gets... Oh, it's just right here. I've rode torrent many a times. Yeah, Stalker 2 is fun. Except for when I spend hours trying to get the green bottle. Or some of you guys remember the bottle incident. I played intravenous? No, I don't think so. Is this game a mod or real? This is a real game. Where? Oh, I guess maybe I can use the bolt cutters here though, right? Nice. Before going there, you need to give the alcoholic some vodka. Where the heck is the alcoholic? I thought he was... He was just outside somewhere, wasn't he? He's right here? Am I just blind? Oh, he's on the Mold Street? He's not here. Is he? No, you guys are crazy. Oh, here he is. Here you go.
Хорошо, хорошо. Спасибо. Бля, привидится же такое. Пора завязывать с водярой. Так что ты говорила, тебе что-то нужно?
Какого, блин, хрена половина деревни мертва? Что ты видел?
Ну, позвони сама в милицию. Что ты от меня хочешь?
Почему эти твари не прикасаются к тебе и проходят мимо? Вставай и иди в дом, пока тебя не убили.
Мне все равно. Я болею гепатитом. Мне осталось недолго. Поэтому мне насрать.
What was the point of
Сейчас
any of this?
встану и уебу тебе в голову.
Hey, Horseman, thank you for the 88-month resub, man. Oh, goddamn, I've been streaming for so long. Was that necessary? What are you talking about?
Как же ты меня напугала, тварина!
You beast! Inventory is full. We can throw something away if we need to. Two potted plants. They're they're tiny pots, all right. Hello, my dear son. How glad I am that you have successfully entered upon the path of a young abbot. It's a great burden, but at the same time a great honor. To strengthen your knowledge of our parish and its history, I prepared a special assignment for you. After all, understanding the roots of our parish is the first step to true service. Your first task is to find two special graves in the church cemetery. These people weren't just buried next to each other, they were married in our church and tragically died in the same year. This event left a deep mark in the memory of parishioners and the church chronicle. It's this year that we will become the key to the riddle and open the lock that guards the path to our monastery. Wish you good luck and remember that behind every stone in our cemetery there is a story worth preserving and honoring. Okay. Well, died in the same year. Oh, what, 1888? Maybe? Yeah, it could be 1965 then. Ah. Can't go in. Going in a church. I don't think there's a way to actually, you know what? I wonder, can I put my weapon away? I don't think I can, but... Oh, wait, remove it. Oh. Wait, I can't go in either of these. Hmm. Pretty peaceful in here, at least. Hey, J-Balls, thank you for the 63 months. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that I can't go through the doors. It says I need to fix the bridge. I guess there's other stuff I need to do. Casual playthrough. No, this is my Ruin level 1 Ebola village run. Hitless. What is it? Ebola, whatever, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure what we have that... Like, what the fuck is the point of the milkman's farm? I swear there was like nothing here. It was just... There's a shovel. And there was something else. A battery. You have to kill the cows. There's no way, man. Oh. Well, there's ammo, but that's still not really. What's up with the name of the game? Good question. This is the 4th game of the Ebola series, so... Can I use this crank, maybe? Maybe we should go to the swamp, actually, because we still haven't done that, right? That's probably where we have to go. this a mod? A mod for what? Like, what would it be a mod for? Resident Evil? For a muck? The hell? What? Old Forester, once a strong and energetic man, had noticeably weakened over the years. The bridge over the stream that led to the Forester's house had long been in need of repair. Somewhere I saw a pile of sticks that could be used to repair the bridge. Oh fuck, I don't think I have my sticks on me. I don't. Damn it. My sticks are in the box. I gotta go back. You have one? Yeah, I do, but not on me. Boards. Boom. We also have a record. Why did he have to put 2 loading screens inside this house? Like, why did he have to make the save rooms separate? It's so scuffed. How scary is this game? Drop note? It's not a note though, it's like something I need. A piece of paper with numbers. Oh wait, yeah, shit, I don't need this. Oh fuck, what the? That's so weird. How did I do that? Huh. Only happens when you enter the location. Oh. Hmm. Trying to break the game. I like glitches, alright? Weird, the door to this house is on the back side. They only have a back door, apparently. Oh. I don't know code. I don't know code. There's one of those dolls. Where the hell is it? Often succumbing to the temptation of alcohol, I lost control of myself and found pleasure in shooting a gun. I believed that a safe was not an insurmountable obstacle. At that moment, the idea of creating something more reliable occurred to me. This is how an innovative project was born, an original shotgun holder mounted on the wall requiring an alcohol test through a breathing apparatus, thereby preventing the use of a weapon while intoxicated. The structure was based on strong magnets which ensured such a secure hold on the weapon that it remained motionless even under significant pressure. Important part of the design was the missing detail, a small gear designed to control the magnet's shutdown. Without it, the structure remained incomplete. Hmm. Well, I have part of the gear, but I need the whole thing. So this is how we get the shotgun, though. Hmm. The deer smiling? Yes. He's happy. Well, unless there's a note I missed somewhere in here. I don't know why they don't stack. It's weird. Did I get anything new here? Not really. Combine the gear with the record. Okay, I can try that. That would be concerning. All right, let's see. Hmm. The red can't be combined with anything. Yeah. I wonder what it is I'm missing. Oh, hey, Telescare, thank you for the 85 months. J-Balls, thank you for the 60. Oh no, I said thank you for that before. Yeah, thank you, Telescare. And then this is where we got the vodka bottle. I interact with the clock. Maybe there's something on the ceiling. Hi. Okay. Yeah, just give me... Yeah, there's nothing here. I don't know, man. I'm stuck. I missed something important, I guess. This was back for 8 minutes. Break into the Undertaker's house. Undertaker's house. Where the hell is that? Wait, so Nem's actually streamed for 8 minutes? On his alt? Oh wow. Crazy. So yeah, I don't know. There's the church and the gravedigger house, but... Is the gravedigger the Undertaker? I feel like I'm just going in circles. Wait, what is this? I don't know, guys. I'm fucking... I'm stuck. He doesn't have the key, which means the key is in the church. Dude, but I went to church. Do we need to look for the frog that ate the fly? Did I just have to run into it? I don't understand.
Узнаете, что значит Божья кара. Вы все умрете, окаянные. Ведь каждый день шаг к концу времен. Вот он, судный день. Он уже здесь. Когда сердца человеческие будут взвешены на весах истины.
Aha. Yeah, these doors are just bait. The other doors, they open a little bit when you like interact with them. But these ones, they like, it sounds like they're locked, kind of. But you just have to... Oh my god. That's so scuffed. Ooh, another backpack. Hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't actually notice that it cut out like that when I opened the inventory. That is a little scuffed. This game looks speedrunnable. I mean, dude, you can speedrun any game. Technically. Was it the Gravedigger house that's the blue key, I think? Yeah. Hey, Ox, thank you for the 93 months. Thank you, dude. Any plans to go back to speedrunning Death Stranding? I mean, I might speedrun Death Stranding too. Definitely not the first game, though. I am excited for Death Stranding too, actually. I know a lot of people aren't. I don't know, Death Stranding is definitely a divisive game. I like it though, it's a comfy game. I was bitten on the leg by this creature. People were attacked in this way, burned from the inside as if their bodies were being consumed by fire. Their skin became blistered and their eyes grew dull. After a short time, they transformed, becoming part of this terrible army of creatures. When I realized that next to me was my little child, a fragile and innocent baby, I was afraid to imagine what could happen to him. I decided to call my ex-wife. She should come pick up the baby. What was frightening was that I was bitten by a seemingly normal person. Gradually became clear that there are two types of these creatures. Some look like slow, clumsy zombies. Others have human communication skills and seem intelligent. But their true nature is hidden under a mask of deception. Come to the conclusion that the transformation occurs through two stages. Hi. In the first, the creatures manage to retain the outward signs of humanity, retaining the ability to speak and interact, which makes them especially dangerous and insidious. Okay. When the transition process is complete, they become useless zombies who have lost their will and mind, incapable of rational behavior. Oh, I hear the doll. Ha. Wooden shotgun. Oh, we're gonna have to put that. My god. Very creative from the dev. The key to the Great Gate. Wait, what? I thought... What the fuck is the What is... Okay. What the hell is the Great Gate? I thought that was it. I use the door from back here. Oh. Can't say I remember another gate. Oh, maybe this one? Ah. It's dangerous to go there without a shot. I don't have the gear, though! I can't... Dude, fuck off. What do you mean I need this shotgun? Open! I feel like I need to put the record here, I guess, or something circular. I can't put the gear. I don't have, and I don't think the gear goes here anyways. Yeah, I'm not surprised, Salad. Game is made in Unity? It was, yeah. Anything in the playground? I don't think we looked over here. Maybe there's something. In the crib? Holy shit. Holy shit. Swing skip incoming. Yeah, sorry, that was a little disorienting.
Все ходят здесь туда-сюда.
Well... Fuck, I don't know, we don't... In Great Gate. Right, the record thing you mentioned? Yeah, but it's only part of a it's only part again. I feel like there's something at the milkman place because there's nothing. We didn't get anything there. Go to your husband's house. I don't even know where that is. Well, I don't know where that is. What is my husband's name? Like Roslot or something? Mother's house.
Three new children.
Nice.
So sad.
Thank you. Larksa just say children? Yeah, she was showing me her plushies. I don't know. There's my... What? Where the fuck is my husband's house, dude? It's not here. This is... Because this is, I guess, my house? I guess my husband has a separate house. Because, I mean, this specifically says mother's house. But the other place was the hunt... I don't fucking know. Like... I'm so confused. I can't take my car back, can I? I'm so stuck, dude. Yeah, see, I don't know. This is the hunter's house. There's the spot before, we just need to find the shotgun. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know, I mean... Okay, maybe we do just try to use the record on the wooden door. Even though it's only half of the record. Because I don't know what else we could do. That's like literally the only possible choice. I wish there was another box somewhere. Oh. First time message saves the Hey, Wadey, thank you for the 52 months. There's the Ella backseater. Where was the... Oh yeah, the code... Well, I think we need a code. Salad. Too slow. Sorry, I look at the chat too much. Okay, let me grab the part of the record as well. Hey, Pete. All right. Wait a sec. No, we don't want to go this way. The code is at the hunter's house, I'm pretty sure, so... Go back there. You miss Resident Evil game speedruns? Yeah, me too. But we'll get back to running RE again when there's like a new game. So. All right, what was it? 1922? Aha. What the fuck's the wooden shotgun for then? I thought I would have to like place it on top like in RE7, but... Huh. Okay. We looted most of the shotgun ammo. We got 21 shotgun rounds. Shells.
Holy shit, this is so hot.
Yo, Wanderick, thank you for the 54 months, man. What the? Was there a worm on the ground or something? The gun backfired. Yeah, he's naked. There's a cat. Wait. So, am I... There was a shovel at the milkman's place, but I couldn't pick it up. Maybe I can pick it up now?
Этот шалаш на дереве еще не сгнил.
I don't get it. Ebola Village movie. Holy. Think you can actually go that way? Not yet, I guess. My life has become a continuous stream of failures. Oh, this is from my husband. A real grief has befallen me today. Today I lost Ryzik, my beloved cat. As I remember, he greeted me after a hard day at work with a gentle purr and his characteristic look. I buried him on the plot, putting him the collar with the code to the old locker. I took the shovel from the farm. This code served as a reminder of my constant absent-mindedness because I often forgot the password. Now all this has lost its meaning. The code is no longer needed. Everything is falling apart. The monsters who attacked me turned out to be infected with Ebola and they bit me. However, somehow I didn't manage to join their number. The death of Anna, my neighbor, was an additional tragedy in my life. Okay. Well. Why is the door bouncing me back like that? Yeah, I guess. Well, the thing is, we can't We can't dig up the grave unless we have the shovel. He said he took the shovel, but maybe he didn't. Maybe it's...
У котейки на ошейнике были какие-то цифры. Может, это код? Нужно найти лопату.
Okay, so now I can go there, I guess. What's that? Yeah. Shotgun's pretty strong.
Убить ее? О, свежее мясо, свежее мясо.
Wanna go? Probably could have just ran. Oh, whoa, wait, my health is kind of low. What the? I did get hit by a hatchet and a spear. You are correct. I wonder if the shovel is going to be stuck in my inventory after this.
Значит, котейка умер.
Two 109. I don't have enough space, man. I don't have enough space. I gotta go run back to the fucking item box. I'm so sick of running back to this box. It's my fault though. I should have put some of these, like, I think if you've used a key item, you're basically safe to put it away. Finished Expedition, you're sad? Yeah, it's such a good game. I guess everything else I might still need, I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't used the record or this circle thing. I don't know about the wooden shotgun. Hey, Weird Nick, thank you for the 52 months. I haven't used the wooden gun for anything yet. I mean, maybe it's used for something. I don't know. Oh, I used it for the code? Wait, shit, you're right. Hold on, let me reload. Good night, Aramsham. Hey, Nico, thank you for the 3 months. These fucking door transitions are so obnoxious. I wonder if he put them in genuinely just to pad the length of his game. Shotgun's actually pretty satisfying to blast the zombies with. The zombies are really dumb, but... Door transitions were an RE thing? Yeah, I mean, I know, but like... They are... Even after the door transition is done, it still it puts you in a black screen for like 5 seconds. Oh, no fucking way that I need the bolt cutter for this. Actually, no, maybe you just need a key. I don't know, it kind of looks like you could bolt cutter this, though. Hopefully there's a box here. Also, there was like one zombie that actually turned into like a plaga, but I guess that's super rare, or... I don't really know. Thank you for the 3 months, Nico. An audio message that's important to both of us. In the heat of the battle with those terrible creatures that attacked me in this house, this record shattered into 2 pieces. I lost them somewhere in the village. Maybe you'll accidentally find these pieces. Okay. Well, I found one. Alright, have a good night, Salad. Yo, Spicer, thank you for the sub. Thank you, man. Oh my god, a box. And a save. Thank you for the 87 months, Lightning Cell. It keeps popping up that Ella is playing Doom. But, like, there's no way he's playing Doom right now. It's like fucking 3 a.m. for him. It's weird. What is this? Oh, it's a record player. Just outing him like that. There's no way he's actually playing right now. It's gotta be like a bug. Well, anything I missed here? So I came in there. He shares his account with his brother. Ella has a brother? I didn't even know that. Another backpack. Air parts. N84. The RE2 save room. I mean, kind of similar, yeah. Yeah, no, this game is very unique. Does not copy anything at all. Was there somewhere I could enter a code? Oh, whoops. Can't remember. There was the safe. I'm starting to get really tired and I can't even remember where this. Oh, right here. What was the code, chat? 1022? 1084? Oh. Not quite. Aha!
Stranger, thank you.
Capcom is gonna remake RE1 again at some point. Honestly, I could see it. Like, making it in the style of the current, you know, RE remakes. Like with RE3. I could see it happening.
Если ты слушаешь это сообщение, то, скорее всего, я уже мертв. Я хотел бы попросить у тебя прощения за то, что не сдержал своего обещания, когда поклялся, что буду с тобой до конца своей жизни. В последний момент я понял, что все еще люблю тебя. Прощай.
Uplifting music.
Руслан, я тоже люблю тебя.
What the? Wait, so what did I get from, what did that? What did I learn? Wait. Did I just like skip a cutscene instantly by accident? What the hell was that? Oh. Key. Maybe reload. I can see. Yeah, I think I did by accident, actually. Oh. I see. Okay, guys, my dinner just got here, so I am going to call it a night here, I think. Been streaming for like 8 hours. This game, I don't know, it was fun just to do something different. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do tomorrow. I think I'll probably finish this game. Maybe I'll start the DS2 challenge run, but I honestly might wait until after Night Rain to do like the 2x in DS2. Just because I don't know, it hasn't been that long since we did the previous rando. But we'll see. I mean, it's not going anywhere, and maybe some like more bugs and stuff will be fixed and everything. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty tired though, guys. So yeah, I appreciate you all being here for Ebola Village. I hope you enjoyed. This game is honestly, it's not bad. I mean it's jank, but it's all right. The shotgun's actually kind of satisfying to use. Game of the year, yeah. Clearly. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat. I'm really hungry. We will continue this. Maybe tomorrow we'll just play some like meme games and stuff. I don't know. I might also, maybe we'll start an Elden Ring run. I don't know what kind of Elden Ring run I want to do. I don't know if I want to do Rune level 1 necessarily. Just because it's kind of, maybe we'll do like a plus 0 weapons run. I want to get some practice in fighting the bosses, but I don't want to die in one hit because that's just kind of annoying. Yeah, so for those who don't know, I will be on the 28th. I will be participating in a Night Rain tournament. Spicy and Lobos are on my team. And so, yeah, we're going to be battling it out against 8 other teams, or well, 7 other teams. And basically it's going to be point based. So we're going to do 3 rounds of Night Rain, and we're going to be fighting Night Lords we've never seen before. And the first Night Lord will count as 1 point, the second Night Lord will count as 2 points if we manage to kill it, and then the third one will count as 3. So I guess it's like 6 points total. I don't know what's gonna happen if it's a tiebreaker and like each team ends up beating all the bosses. Maybe it'll be based on like how quickly you killed them at that point. I don't really know. But yeah, they announced on Twitter how the point system is gonna work. I didn't actually even know how it worked until somebody told me they posted the point thing this morning. Yeah, Night Rain comes out on the 30th. So, and it will be live on my stream as well. So you guys will be, I mean, basically you'll be able to get a sneak peek of Night Rain and some new content on the 28th. I think they announced what time it's starting. I don't know if I remember. God, sorry, I'm just zoning out so hard. I really need to go get some food. I need to go eat. I think they announced when the tournament is starting time-wise. I think it's sometime in the afternoon. I don't know. I'll have to double check. It's still like 10 days away anyways, so. Yeah, I'm super excited for Night Rain, guys. I'm gonna see if I can find somebody to raid, maybe.